My throat is parched. Oh, what I would give for some cold tea.
Oh, and now that you mention that, I could use a nice drink too. I wonder if dinner is ready yet.
I'm cutting off all ties with your parents-in-law. I'll never see them again.
That's totally okay. Helen, things are disastrous over here.
Trouble busters!
Helen, we're going back to my parents' house next week, so get ready for that, okay?
What? Again?
What?
No, I feel like we go back every weekend at this point.
What? I'm free to go back to my parents' house whenever I want, aren't I?
I mean, sure, but my name is Helen Smith, and every Saturday and Sunday I stay at Kevin's parents' house, but I never feel like I want to, and that's because...
Mom, Dad, I'm home.
Oh, Kevin, welcome back. Oh, and you're here too, Helen. Yes, ma'am.
My room has gotten messy this past week.
I wish there was someone good at cleaning to help us out, you know? Yes, I'll get started on that now. I've finished cleaning, and now I'm gonna take a break. My throat is parched. Oh, what I would give for some cold tea.
Oh, and now that you mention that, I could use a nice drink too.
Yes, I'll bring some over. Here's your tea, everyone. Huh?
Oh, damn, my stomach is speaking to me, looks like. I wonder if dinner is ready yet. Oh, damn, now that you mention it, it is time for dinner, isn't it? I would like to eat soon.
Of course. This soup, it's astonishingly bland, don't you think?
Even if we gave you the benefit of the doubt, yeah, we can't praise you for this. Sorry, Mom, Dad. Helen's cooking's always been pretty subpar, if you know what I mean.
I made sure everything was made the right way, though.
Your feelings don't frickin' matter now. The fact is that neither Mom nor Dad is satisfied with their dinner, damn it.
I'm sorry about that. Not only your cooking, Helen, but I also found a small speck of dust by the window. Helen, I taught you well, didn't I? It's important to clean thoroughly from end to end, isn't it? And yet you leave a small speck of dust behind. I'm sorry. Who would have thought that she'd be so bad at cooking and cleaning, Kevin? I think you made a mistake in choosing your wife.
Maybe I did. I guess I should start considering looking for a new wife.
Hey now, even you, Kevin? Listen to us, Helen. We're saying all of this for your sake, understand?
I'm telling you, if you could do everything a little better, Mom and Dad wouldn't complain about anything. Before you get dissatisfied with us, take a better look at yourself and make a change.
But I work on weekdays too, so on weekends
Still gonna argue, are ya?
Helen, your family needs to be treated well, you know, even if they're your in-laws. Yes, that's true, but I hope we'll continue to be friends. I have high hopes for you. Yes, ma'am. Why did I have to let my goddamn in-laws say all of that to me? My husband, who is supposed to protect me in times like these, joins them and abuses me in the same manner. I wonder, can I continue to live with people like this? No, I cannot do it. I'd lost my patience by that point and decided to take a certain course of action. Unforgivable. Troublebusters initiate.
Helen, about us going back to my parents' house for the New Year holidays, well, this time we're planning to stay for a week in accordance with my holidays from work.
A week?
Yeah, something wrong?
A week? You can't be serious.
What the hell?
It's a precious time of the year, the New Year's holidays, and I don't want my parents-in-law to say all sorts of nasty things to me during that time.
That's because you can't do shit right, you know.
Yes, you're absolutely right. That's precisely why I'm cutting off all ties with your parents-in-law. For their sake, I'll never see them again.
Helen, are you serious about that?
I'm telling you because I've made up my mind, and nothing you can do will ever change it.
Ah, I see. Well, I guess that can't be helped then.
Oh, so you accept my declaration so easily?
Hell yeah, I do. It's totally okay. Seems like Mom and Dad were also fed up with your subpar behavior after all.
Well, hello, and how do you do? How convenient.
Well then, I'll just go back to my parents' house and have a nice time while you spend a lonely New Year's alone, all right?
Yeah, I'll do that. Thanks. Spending New Year's alone is the absolute best. Hello?
Helen, things are disastrous over here.
Oh, what's wrong, darling? You sound pretty panicked.
About that. Well, so much is going on, you see. Do you have some time now?
Why?
Well, come to my parents' house.
I decline.
But why?
I told you I severed my ties with your family, didn't I?
Yeah, you did say that, and I haven't forgotten, but now it's an emergency.
Yeah, even if you say that.
Please, Helen, please.
I understand. I'll listen to the situation.
Thank you, honey.
Well?
Actually, a few pretty frightening guys came to our house and said that the house is theirs. I think things are gonna get dangerous.
Ah, about that little situation, is it?
Do you know about this matter?
Well, yeah, I do. I've already sold your house after all.
It's sold? You goddamn bitches, how many times do I have to say the same thing before you understand, eh? No, that's what we should say to you, good sir.
Huh? We've already completed the fricking formalities, bucko. From today onwards, this house is our property, the property of the gangbusters.
The gangbusters? Don't tell me you mean the notorious, fraternity of people who have ties to the mafia?
Ah, so you do know about us, don't you, old man?
Hey, Kevin, are you talking to Helen?
Mom, about that, Helen said she already sold this house or something?
What? Hey, let me talk to her a bit.
Sure.
Hey, Helen, honey. Oh, is that you, Mrs. Smith? Happy New Year, and here's to your good health, ma'am. Oh my, such a rude tone of voice. My apologies, I'm just messing around a little bit.
You little...
All right, let's get back to the situation at hand. Helen, what the hell do you mean by sold our house? Sold your house, ma'am? Well, I simply sold your house to someone else. I'm not asking the terminology.
Helen, you better fricking cool it with the bullshit!
No, Kevin, you and your family better cool it with your stubborn bullshit, all right?
My house was suddenly sold one day? Who the hell would fricking accept that truth if they had that happen to them?
I said I'm cutting off all ties with your parents-in-law. I'll never see them again, didn't I? I heard that from Kevin, but wasn't that just a momentary impulse of anger? Why would anyone say something as serious as cutting ties with their parents-in-law on impulse, ma'am? I'm the type of person who takes responsibility for what I say.
But even if you did cut ties, how did we end up in this situation?
I'm cutting off all ties with your parents-in-law. I'll never see them again. You know what that means, right?
Hell no, I don't!
For example, Kevin, would you want to keep a complete stranger who's neither a friend nor an acquaintance even in your house for no reason?
There's no way I would!
It's rare that you and I see eye to eye on something, gotta admit. But even so, that's the point.
Even if you cut ties, they're my parents, Helen! Your husband's parents! And more frickin' importantly, how can you sell my family's house?
That's what we want to know the most. Is this some kind of ultimate prank or something? This isn't any prank, Mrs. Smith. I just sold it using lawfully acceptable methods. Lawfully acceptable methods? Yes, I sold my house, and that's all I did. Helen, honey, have you finally become unable to distinguish between what belongs to you and to other people? Yeah, and right back at you, Mrs. Smith, darling. What? Wasn't it none other than Mrs. Samantha Smith and Mr. Seth Smith who gave us that house? I think you should answer that, Kevin.
Why are you asking me?
I'm shocked that you'd forget something so important. Your parents couldn't pay the mortgage, so under the condition that the name of ownership is in the name of the newly married couple, namely us, we volunteered to pay the mortgage on their behalf. You know, they also promised future inheritance and stuff like that.
No, I remember that.
And you made me the sole owner because you were worried about managing it, didn't you?
Now that you mention it, I remember something like that happening.
So that means the name on the contract and thus the owner of your house is me and only me, correct? What? Wait a minute. I haven't heard anything about that. Isn't Kevin the owner of the house? That's what I and your father heard.
Well...
Well, since this is Kevin that we're talking about, he must have lied to you to make himself look good.
Shit.
How dare you deceive us?
But who would frickin' think that the owner had the right to sell the house?
You should have studied that much. And you can't talk down to others either, Mrs. Smith. When making changes, you would normally check these things yourself too, now wouldn't you? No, neither I nor my husband knew much about the procedures, so we left it all to Kevin. If that's the case, then you two should be held responsible for leaving it all up to him. Oh.
Hold on a minute. I admit that you're the one who owns the house, okay? But about the mortgage, I was paying it too, you know. No matter how unhappy you are, it's unfair to sell the house without telling me since I'm still paying the money.
Wait, you're absolutely right, Kevin. Would it still be unfair if Kevin paying for the mortgage ended 6 months ago? What? Since then, I've been paying it every single month. That can't be true.
But it's also true that there was a period when I was paying it too.
Even when you were paying it, you were only paying 10% of the designated amount every month, weren't you? And when you couldn't even afford to pay that generous amount, I ended up paying the whole amount, didn't I? So that can only mean... So it's not just that I'm the one who holds ownership, I was also the one who actually paid for most of the mortgage. Is that so?
No, but here, there's a minimum level of manners here.
That's true. Even after hearing these truths, I still think this behavior on this occasion was a bit, aggressive. And who, pray tell, do you think drove me to act so aggressively this time, huh? You always demanded so much from me, all because I'm Kevin's wife. And on top of that, you dare to be picky despite my diligent efforts to satisfy you.
Please, honey, please, calm down a little.
Calm down a little, you say. You have some nerve saying that to me after joining your parents in their bickering and telling me all sorts of nasty things, eh?
I'm telling you, I had no choice, see? Parents watch their children after all.
Enough frickin' excuses. Parents watch their children? That's just another way of saying that you're not frickin' independent from them. Before you tell people about the minimum level of manners here, you ought to take a better look at yourself. Hey, Helen's serious about this, huh?
Yeah.
We must persuade her, no matter what, though.
Yeah.
It's no use trying to persuade me. As you all know, the sale of the house has already been completed. The new residents have been accepted and it cannot be canceled now.
No, please. Well, then what are we gonna do now?
What are you going to do indeed?
Helen, please, help!
Sorry, my battery is dying. Well then, I'll see you around.
Hey, Helen! Helen!
Well then. When on earth will we be able to get in, eh?
Well, sir. Dad? Kevin, can anything be done about Helen? Well...
I'm sorry.
This is bad.
If you guys insist on being in our property, then...
Kevin, what's going to happen?
We'll be fine, Mom. I have a plan.
Well, shall I go to the shrine today for the final visit of the year?
Good morning, Helen. I'm back.
Oh, so you're back already. And your parents are here too.
You know full well why I frickin' brought them, Helen, no thanks to you.
Helen, we're going to be living here from today onward, okay?
Let's live together happily, okay?
What?
They don't have a home anymore, so I had no choice but to invite them here, understand?
I see.
The apartment is shared between you and me, so this time I'll get my way too.
Before it was only on weekends, but from now on, I suppose Helen will be taking care of us every day now.
We're a happy couple of gas bags, huh?
Well then, let's live together happily. I have no intention of doing that at all.
What, now you still try to be adamant that you've cut ties with us, eh? Even if you say so, as long as you're still in a relationship with me, you'll still have to be involved with Mom and Dad.
Yes, indeed, and that's why I'm cutting ties with you, too.
cut ties with me? What?
For the last time, I'm telling you I want a goddamn divorce.
Divorce?
If one really wants to cut ties with someone you're married to, this is the best way to do it after all.
What? You're going that far to freaking cut ties with mom and dad?
Yes, I want to cut ties with your parents, obviously, and you too, of course, as soon as possible.
With me too, but why?
Do I frickin' need to tell you why? You're still going to claim you're innocent even though you relentlessly bullied me alongside your parents. Just how stupidly carefree are you?
But divorce is going too far, isn't it?
I don't think it's going too far. As a matter of fact, there's more than enough evidence for why I want to.
Helen, what are you trying to say?
This is what I'm talking about. Oh, your face has changed color. Who is this woman?
You don't tell me. No, guys, this woman is just a colleague at work.
It's weird to hold hands with a colleague at work, wouldn't you say?
That might be true under normal circumstances, but she's pretty socially anxious, and she can't relax in public unless she's holding hands with someone while she walks.
Enough with the brain-dead excuses.
Bah.
I'll tell you this. This is just the beginning.
What?
These days, detectives are so good at their job, it's insane.
You. When did you do all of this?
Since you said you couldn't pay the mortgage for the house your parents live in, I'd always known you had quite the incurable spending habit, but I thought it was ridiculously strange that you were so broke you couldn't even contribute to paying the mortgage.
That's because I just started spending even more.
But that's not all. Even when we were with your parents, you said some unnatural things like, I guess I should start considering looking for a new wife?
You're overthinking things. That was a joke.
But we've actually found evidence of your affair. The fact that you've acted cool when I refused to go back to your home for New Year's was strange too. You were probably planning to invite your beloved girlfriend to meet your parents, huh?
There's no way I would do that. My parents would find out after all.
Oh, I don't think you should overestimate your parents, darling. They are so sweet to their only son, and they probably would rejoice you having an affair. No, we wouldn't have been so supportive of adultery. If not, Kevin wouldn't be so calm and confident when I told him I wasn't going.
You, that far. So, ever since you told me that you would sever your connection with my family...
Yes, indeed. I had you lot clutched in the palm of my hand.
Damn it, this bitch! Forget the damn house, Kevin. How could you do this?
Seriously going about ruining everything?
Come on now, that's not fair. You two ganging up on me like that? Ellen, dear, we'll give our son a very stern warning. For our sake, please be open-minded about sparing us.
The hell do you mean? Please be open-minded about sparing us, old man. From what position do you have the nerve to say something like that? You two are going to fall into the same hole as Kevin.
What? But why?
But that's seriously unfair. Well then, can you still say that after seeing this? Huh? Ladies and gents, prepare yourselves for the excuses about to be uttered.
Samantha, what on earth is that about? And you've been giving me so much shit, huh?
No, this is just a colleague from work.
You're not freaking working, damn you! Like mother, like son. This is freaking outrageous.
And now for the grand finale. Presto!
What? Ain't no way! You too, Dad?
I just happened to see both Samantha and Seth walking into the city on separate occasions as such. The detective also looked into you two, and lo and behold, you are as guilty as your own bastard son.
Helen, you ruined everything.
If you were smothering your lover in money, it shouldn't be too surprising that you can't pay for the mortgage, eh, Mr. Smith?
Shit! Helen, so you hired the detective again to investigate Mom and Dad after you were done with me?
Actually, the detective I hired gave me a generous discount depending on the number of requests. Not to mention the fact I was expecting the money from the sale of the house, so I thought I'd ask him for some help. You goddamn bitch! It's too malicious to step into our affairs for such a trivial reason. This is unacceptable.
Shit. But if both you and I were cheating, Samantha, our demands should cancel each other out so the alimony could be ignored, couldn't it?
Now that you mention it.
So the damage to us is 0.
Your brains are in a completely different world of utopia, huh?
What?
Do you think I would do something like this without thinking about the future? I've already contacted the spouses of the people you two were having affairs with.
What?
Excuse me? So you'll probably end up having to pay a lot of alimony in any case. I think it should be around time they contact you too. No, please. As I've been told yesterday, even though I look otherwise, I am aggressive as hell when I want to be. So when I do something, I do it thoroughly. Especially to people who have done something terrible to me. Oh.
Haha, both of you! So goddamn disappointing! You
have no right to tell us that,
you pathetic bastard! No, it's because you're fricking like that I inherited that too! Don't blame it on genetics!
You're the one who made Helen angry anyway.
Huh? You're just as guilty as I am for angering Helen! Perhaps, but it's a husband's duty to protect his wife, isn't it?
That's right!
Come on, what you say doesn't have any persuasive power right now, guys!
Can't you three stop making such a goddamn racket outside my home at the start of the new year? It's just a nuisance to the neighbors.
That being said, though, the circumstances are what they are, and...
And who are the ones responsible for creating this stupid situation, huh? You better frickin' reflect on how foolish your actions were, all right?
Hey, Helen?
Yeah?
How much will the alimony be?
Good question. I'm going to consult with a lawyer about that very soon, but it's going to cost several dozen $1,000s.
Several dozen thousand?
What about us? I don't know about you two, but since you also committed adultery, it won't be cheap, I can tell you that much. No, please.
No way!
Now I've said all I wanted to say. I'm going to pack up my things and leave, so do as you like by all means. Please, no, don't say that. I've been a full-time housewife for decades, and at this age, I don't want to work.
And you know how much of a big spender I am, so having to pay a few dozen $1,000s is gonna be a huge blow. And I'm getting old too. I can't go into debt at this age.
All of them, so pathetic.
Huh?
Enough of this already. You have literally only been thinking about yourself for a while now, huh? It was your own actions that brought this about, but you don't have a single bit of remorse, do you?
Remorse? Yeah, of course, I regret everything. Helen, I was wrong.
I was too, honey. I'm sorry, Helen.
We all did terrible things. Can you forgive us?
It's too frickin' late now. People who only regret their actions after being told they were wrong for doing them are not worth a single damn penny. No, it's even rude to the economy to compare such heartless words to a loony.
Please, Helen, don't say that. I didn't do it on purpose.
And that's precisely why I know you're not regretting shit. Talking to you any more than I already have is a frickin' waste of time. Let's negotiate the details through a lawyer from now on. Well then, goodbye forever.
Wait, Helen! Helen!
Helen,
darling! Oh!
By the way, I forgot to tell you one thing.
Huh?
Here you go, your New Year's present.
My New Year's present? But this is...
Who would have thought you'd spend so much money that you were being investigated? It must be tough, but I do hope you work hard to pay back your debt as soon as possible.
Kevin?
Goodbye, adios, sayonara, suckers. After that, alimony was demanded left, right, and center. Kevin from me, Samantha from her lover's spouse, and Seth from his lover's spouse. The family of treasonous adulterers and adulteresses became a family neck-deep in debt, and now all three are happily working multiple jobs each to make money to pay for their debts as well as their alimony. However, since Kevin also has the spending habits that plague him, and Samantha and Seth rely on income from part-time jobs, it will take them a long time to pay everything off in full. Meanwhile, I have finally cut ties with that family of goddamn traitors, and now I am at peace. I live alone now, and I think I want to enjoy life alone for a while. Troublebusters! Excuse me? What are you trying to do, putting up a damn poster like this? Huh? I just made it with the intention of preventing shoplifting. What are you saying? This goddamn poster?
Trouble Busters!
This shoplifting problem doesn't seem to be getting better. My name is Melanie, a part-time housewife who works at a supermarket. Of all the sins in the world, I hate shoplifting more than anything. This should be fine. I hope this will reduce the number of shoplifting cases even a little. Hey, Melanie? Yes, ma'am? What are you trying to do, putting up a damn poster like this? Huh? I just made it with the intention of preventing shoplifting. I can't believe it. Disgusting. Yes, shoplifting is a hateful crime. As a matter of fact, when I was little, my parents ran a bookstore, but shoplifting incidents caused the store to go bankrupt, and they were in such a dire situation that they were worried they'd be unable to survive. But you don't think anything of proudly posting this kind of photo in the store? No, ma'am. Don't you understand that it's a violation of human rights? What? But the criminal was wearing sunglasses, so their identity is still unknown. It isn't a question of whether or not their identity is known, damn you! I don't understand at all what's wrong with it. The person who you claim is the criminal guilty of shoplifting. Is there any evidence that they shoplifted anything? Evidence, you say? The person may have returned the items after considering them carefully. Did you see them stealing anything? But can't you see they're actually putting items in their bag instead of their cart? But if you put them back before leaving the store, it's not shoplifting. No, I think the possibility of that is extremely low, ma'am.
How can you say that so definitively?
There's security camera footage of the culprit running away from the store in a panic. Maybe they simply remembered something important and had no choice but to run out of the store. Them running away is nothing but your stupid assumptions. Even if it's true that they actually did shoplift, it's the fault of this damn store, which doesn't have much crime prevention awareness. And that's precisely why we've put up posters to catch the culprits. But there's no evidence that this person is a shoplifter, is there? But this particular person has been caught on camera taking items from the store in their bag many different times and for many days. Even cameras aren't perfect. Does the store have security cameras installed from every angle? Well, no, not exactly. There! What did I tell you? There's a limit to how far you can go with this bullshit, Melanie. I've never seen anything so disgraceful. What we find most unforgivable about your actions this time, Melanie, is that the person on the poster looks like Sheila here. What? This is where I had a strange feeling of suspicion. For one thing, the alleged criminal doesn't look like Miss Sheila at all. Her height and build are completely different from the shoplifter captured on the security cameras. And the other was that... Have you no shame for putting poor Sheila in the spotlight for something she didn't do by having this poster put up? I'm just trying to prevent shoplifting at this particular store, even if just a little. Right, Sheila? You're hurt by this, aren't you? Oh, if you look closely, you can see that her eyes are welling up with tears. Excuse me, I'm perfectly fine. Everything will be fine if you leave it to Thalia, honey. Don't tell us that you're taking Melanie's side more than us, who completely sympathize with you. Yeah, you wouldn't do that, would you? If you don't do as I say, Sheila, you might suffer even more, and I'm worried about you. Especially since you were working hard all on your own until Thalia started to look out for you. Melanie, please stop harassing me. This is absolutely preposterous. What the, Miss Sheila? Well, of course, we all know that you're not intentionally harassing Sheila, Melanie, so I will clear up any misunderstandings we may have right about now. So, if you would be so kind, just take down any posters that could cause misunderstandings and rifts between us lovely mom friends without any questions asked. You will do it, right? Even if we didn't tell you to do anything? Melanie? I don't give a crap. It's fine. It's fine if I take down the poster. Even if this person was taken into custody, the shoplifting problem itself won't ever stop. More to the point, the security system in the store is quite subpar, in my opinion. I think we ought to install more cameras, Mr. Manager. I'm the only one who's thinking about this seriously. No one would want to take responsibility in case they falsely accused someone of a crime. I should just take down the poster. You're not going to argue, right? That's right, Melanie. What are you doing, dwelling on the past and making yourself look so bad in the process? I agree. I understand. This poster shall be our bookstore, honey. It's all over.
God damn it! Why did you have to steal stuff? What did I do? What did I do wrong?
I'm sorry. I don't need your apology. Just hurry up and— I cannot. I declare that I cannot take down the poster. I don't want to lie to myself about my feelings about this. What are you talking about? Do you even understand your position? Huh? Didn't you see Sheila's tears? I dare say that it was because of you, ladies. It genuinely seemed like you were threatening her somehow. More importantly, why the hell are you trying to get in the way of us trying to catch a legitimate criminal? Miss Sheila, whom you keep making a fuss about whenever you compared her to the woman in the poster, is a completely different person. The identity of the shoplifter? You may think so, but the person themselves doesn't see it that way, do they? Unforgivable. Troublebusters initiate. Hey, Thalia, what will we do with this? Yeah, I get it. Thalia? Leave it up on the wall for all I care. Go ahead, do it. We have no business here anymore. Let's go. What? But I'm still in the middle of shopping. What are you saying? I wouldn't shop at a store that treats mom friends like they're a shoplifter. I see. That's true. Let's tell all the mothers that live around here. The supermarket treats mom friends like shoplifters and is the absolute worst there is, and thus better not come here. Yes, it would be unbearable if I were treated like a shoplifter too. As expected of you, Thalia. Completely different from someone we won't mention. After this incident, my surroundings changed dramatically. I was immediately moved from the group chat of the mom friends, and I heard from the ladies whom I never had much contact with. I heard from Thalia, Miss Thompson. It's so disgusting to treat Sheila like a criminal. I was criticized, harassed at, and told many times in a roundabout way that I was expected to move away. I was prepared to fight back, but it seems the situation is far worse than I expected. The poster that I had insisted on not removing was also taken down as a result of the store's reputation being at stake due to daily complaints from anonymous people. I was completely isolated, but the hardest thing was— It seems that Melanie is having an affair with another man. She seems like such a serious person. That's quite surprising, isn't it? Is it really? I'm not particularly surprised. Neither am I. I suppose that's expected from a person with the common sense of a goddamn frog and treats a mom friend in the same neighborhood as a shoplifter. Who would be surprised to hear that she's having an affair? That accusation has no evidence. Well then, let's go, ladies. Let's go. Yes, if we're treated like shoplifters, it would be truly unbearable. So unexpected. So unexpected. This is so unexpected. All things considered, this is so terrible. I just wanted to catch a criminal. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? Oh. Oh, but there's no point in crying, is there? I can live even if the mothers in the neighborhood hate me, but more importantly, I should be happy that Sheila was able to find her place in the world because of all this, right? I haven't done anything wrong, but if Sheila was truly hurt by seeing the poster, then that wasn't an acceptable thing to do. I ought to reflect on it. How could this be? I feel like a pile of dog crap on the side of the street. How could this happen? Miss Melanie? What? Miss Sheila? You're kidding, right? Oh, don't tell me you heard my embarrassing monologue earlier. I'm so embarrassed. Aha! I knew it! I'm terribly sorry to have offended your ears, ma'am. Oh, no, I'm not embarrassed because of you. And then Miss Sheila quietly confessed. What? The unbelievable truth to me, and as I thought, the two strange feelings of suspicion I had at first were 100% correct. And yet, those goddamn bitches. Thank you. Please come again. Hold it right there. Miss Sheila, I will not let you escape this time. Why don't we have a look at what's inside your bag, ma'am? What did I do? There is only one reason for a store clerk to call out to someone who's outside of the store, isn't there? Ma'am, you haven't paid for the items in your bag yet, have you? Hey, why did I have to be shoved into a place like this? What was in that bag of yours, Miss Thalia? Shut up, you're just a regular part-timer. If you want to talk to me, call the manager now. The manager is off today and is on his boat right about now. Well then, this can be dealt with later. I'll be going now. You were caught shoplifting red-handed, and I've only seen everything you've been doing in the store, Miss Thalia. You literally don't know when to quit, do you? The things in my bag were bought at another supermarket. We have video footage of you putting items in your bag. You'll see. But that was just a fragmentary shot from a fixed camera, wasn't it? I put the items back, you know. Where did you put them back? Who knows? I don't remember. There's no way you would remember, is there? Yeah, no way. No matter how much you try to remember, it's impossible to remember what you didn't do, right? Because you never put those items back. What you put in your bag is still in the same bag of yours. Enough saying bullshit, woman. In the end, you only saw me put the items in my bag and you didn't check until the end to see if I put them back or if they're still there, did you? You mean to tell me you were watching me until I left the store? Yes. But that's not true. I was cautious. No, I was wandering around looking for products and I never saw you anywhere nearby. I was disgusted as such, after all. What? How? That's because you thought you were the only one who disguised yourself, Miss Thalia, and you said you wouldn't come to this supermarket, but you targeted times after 10 p.m. when there would be fewer employees. Don't go ahead and treat me like a shoplifter. I'll tell you this, no one will trust your claim that you saw with your own eyes. It could be only a simple assumption, or it could be that you've been thinking about the circumstances you find yourself in lately and may be holding a grudge against me. Not to worry. Huh? I already anticipated what you'd say. And then I showed her the phone recording of Her Majesty, the Queen of Shit Thalia Smith shoplifting from the start to finish until she left the store as evidence. No! This is the evidence you wanted. Is there anything you want to argue against? God damn it! And it was going so damn well up until now. So you admit it then? Since you've recorded everything from start to finish? Yeah, I do. Here you go. Everything I owe you up until now. You just want me to pay, right? What the hell is with that attitude? What the hell? You still got something to say? I admit I shoplifted, and I am willingly paying for everything I owe this stupid store. What more do you frickin' want? Oh, don't you know? Enough already. It's late at night anyway. Just let me get the hell home. Well, what I want is that this truth is told to all your friends and family and that the police get involved, you see. What? After stealing so many products, cornering multiple people, such as myself and Miss Sheila, and now you're just going to pay him and call it a day? You've got to be kidding me. Wait, the police? My husband knowing about this will get me in trouble. We're still friends, aren't we, Miss Melanie? Before we're even friends, which we aren't, you're a shoplifter, Miss Thalia. Don't say that, please. I'll call out to you again and get you back into the group, okay? Shut your damn mouth. What's with that attitude? Are you planning to spend the rest of your life alone? I won't be alone. I'll have Miss Sheila at my side. Oh, Melanie, and even I've hurt you too. I know it was never your intention to hurt me, Miss Sheila. I know you didn't want to be noticed in a bad way by Thalia, the central big mama of this neighborhood, right? I'm so sorry. I was scared to be alone. I understand how you feel. But in the end, you didn't give in to Big Mama and helped me, didn't you? What? The real identity of the woman on that poster is Miss Thalia? Yes. But how can you know that for sure? I thought that if I could find out the real identity of the culprit, things would be a little bit better for you. So I turned my weakness of not standing out very much in society into an advantage and kept watch of her at the supermarket the whole time. I see. So that's why you know. Why, yes. I was once called Sheila from the shadows with how little of a presence I have in a room. Well, I'm kind of like that myself. After that, it seems Miss Sheila frequented the supermarket almost every day and finally locked on to the person on the poster, which turned out to be you, Mrs. Thalia Smith. After that, all that was left to do was to record the times you came to the store and captured footage of all your repeated crimes.
Capture footage?
Yes, and I gave all of this to the people working at the Buster supermarket.
You goddamn traitor! After everything I did for you?
Oh, I genuinely don't think you ever did anything for me. Even if you interacted with me at all, it was only to use me as a tool to gather criticism against Miss Melanie, wasn't it? I thought I would rather be alone than live as nothing but a tool to you. That's what I thought.
That's wonderful.
I'm glad you've made that decision, Sheila. I was under strict surveillance under the Shoplifter Group and Co., as I've come to call our oh-so-kind neighbors. The fact that she committed the crimes when you weren't working proves that, for real.
I don't care about those goddamn stories. What on earth are you guys going to do to me?
We'll contact your family and have the situation handled by the police.
It's not like I did it because I wanted to, though. Allison and Aaron, those poor souls, were struggling financially, and so I wanted to help them.
No matter what the reason, stealing is stealing. It's legitimate theft.
I'm sorry, Miss Melanie.
You apologize to Sheila, too.
That's right. I'm sorry, Sheila. Just this once, let it go. If my husband finds out, he'll divorce me. If the police find out, I'll be granted a criminal record. Please help me. I'm at your mercy. I'll do anything I can to fix this.
Anything? I understand everything. First, please call everyone involved in your crime here.
Will you forgive me?
That will be up to you. I'll forgive only one person.
Yes, ma'am. I'll tell you everything, so please do what you can.
And so, as an ugly internal whistleblower who doesn't mind sacrificing others for herself, summoned Allison, Aaron, and Riley, who were deeply involved in her crimes, to the office. And lo and behold, they immediately started blaming each other for the incident in an ugly argument, and everyone started saying unanimously,
I'm not to blame.
And so the four traitors never admitted their mistakes or apologized for their crimes, and thus led me to decide to socially eliminate all four of them. This made Thalia furious, and she said,
Not what you promised! Not what you promised! You said you'd forgive one person!
Indeed, and that's why I chose Sheila.
What?
Sheila? I'm going to forgive you for apologizing to me regarding this ugly situation.
But you've forgiven her for that a long time ago, you goddamn liar!
Liar? What is the thief talking about, I wonder? I was so shocked when I heard what y'all had to say. This was far more heinous than I could have ever imagined. Riley, who bought the things Thalia stole at a discounted price, Allison, who was stealing to compete with Big Mama to build a powerful reputation, Aaron, who distracted the store clerks and acted as an indifferent wall while the crime was being committed, and you are the perpetrator and criminal mastermind behind the whole scheme. You're all a gang of thieves. You trying to get all of the things you stole for yourself is the reason why this happened, you know.
A bonus stage is a given in the game, isn't it? But if we get caught, then we're all in big trouble. You dragged us into this, and we'll never forgive you.
As a victim here, I shall never forgive all of you equally, so don't worry.
No, please! I'm a victim too! I did all this with the sole desire to meet everyone's expectations. Please, just let me go!
Even with the police and their husbands present in the room, the gang of bitching thieves kept saying that they were the only victim and pinned the blame on each other through to the very end. However, the only ones who thought they were innocent were the women themselves, and all four of their husbands, who were listening as everything unfolded, declared that they wanted a divorce, and the scum who ganged up and committed thefts repeatedly, like somewhat pirates who had fallen into the dark pit of despair, all got equal punishment for what they did, and were granted a criminal record with a period of probation. Their husbands divorced them all, and all of them were cut loose by their parents as an after effect. And since the thieving quartet couldn't survive on their own, they formed a group and started working part-time jobs while sharing a room. However,
Thalia! You were the one who stole the dollar that was on the table, aren't you? You were also the one who took the samples from the cosmetic store, didn't you? You stole some instant noodles for yourself too, didn't you? I don't know. You don't know shit.
Every day, things disappear as they continue to steal each other's things, and their living could very well be a hellish land of fighting between 4 deities of pestilence. Birds of a feather flock together, I guess. Meanwhile, I became best friends with Sheila, who experienced bitter memories of these ladies, much like me. She's also a rather reserved and quiet person, and I feel like birds of a feather really do flock together, so now we're lifelong friends. Troublebusters!
The one who committed adultery pays the other alimony. If you refuse, we go to court.
Court? The hell, Thomas? That's so much trouble. Do whatever you want.
The alimony? Good that it's an appropriate amount.
Hey, Thomas, what does this mean?
Trouble Busters!
My name is Thomas, and I recently found out my wife has been cheating on me. And I wanted to move forward with the divorce, but the negotiations aren't moving forward very well.
What? So we can go to that hot spring you said you wanted to go to the other day? I'm so happy. That place has a good reputation. I really wanted to go there.
Hey, Ashley?
When? When are we going?
Ashley!
No, darling. You're being too pushy. There's no need to rush. I'm all yours to take, Trevor.
Oi, phone addict, hang the frick up, why don't ya?
I think I hear that loser from whom I took you away in the background. Is everything okay?
No, this guy is so tiresome. It's his damn fault he was cheated on, and he dares to demand alimony or something from me, see?
Now that's lame. Such a sore loser.
Well, then we'll talk about our trip later on. Yes, I love you too.
The one who committed adultery pays the other alimony. If you refuse, we go to court.
Court? The hell, Thomas? That's so much trouble. Do whatever you want.
And there's a damn slim chance of you winning, you know.
I'll tell you something good. The evidence you collected by so cowardly hiring a detective to spy on me. That same evidence that I was cheating on you, and at the same time evidence that you couldn't keep the woman you wanted to keep. Even going as far as marrying her. It's also evidence that you lost and everything conceivable to Trevor.
You...
You understand me, you say, and yet you still demand alimony from me. Lame. If you'd always been attractive to me, you'd never have been cheated on, and that's final. You were not attractive enough, and so I switched partners.
I don't want to talk about that. Cheating is cheating. What's so wrong with demanding alimony, huh? If I can't get you back the way you were before you cheated on me, at least I'll do what I must to make up for all the effort I made for you. But I can't physically hurt you or your goddamn sweetheart directly. So how can I punish you? How can I satisfy myself?
And that's the kind of person who deserves to be cheated on, ain't that right?
I'm not gonna let you be so cocky for very long, bitch.
Even if you threaten me, I'm going to be with Trevor from now on, and I want money, don't I? I want to get married to him too, to overwrite my dark past. Option, new game enabled, I suppose. So, no alimony. I get half of our joint assets, and I will not accept anything else.
Little do you know your requests won't go through, you guilty serpent.
Threaten me all you want, I won't pay shit.
Well then, to court we shall go.
By all means, but in the end, know this, you can't win against me.
Go on, blabbermouth. I'll make you and your cohort in crime regret being unwilling to cooperate.
Pitiful bastard, there's no way I'd tell you to go to court if I didn't have any chance of winning, right?
Huh?
Fights happen when people are on the same level, and if you don't understand that, you will be cheated on. Hello, Trevor. Can I go to your place? I thought I'd stay with him until the divorce was finalized. But no, hell no, it's too much. It's a little early, but please take care of me starting today, okay?
I understand the situation, sir. Let's get this over with quickly and move on, my good man. Yes, sir. That's what he said, and Mr. Mulligan immediately began with the divorce court proceedings. But neither my wife nor her lover responded to the documents sent to them. I guess they ignored the lawsuit that the court had filed against them, and if that's the case, then... The alimony. Good that it's an appropriate amount. I asked both sides for $80,000 in alimony, and Jackpot for dear little Thomas! The court properly ordered $80,000 in alimony, no property division, without a damn hitch! Suck my balls! Unforgivable! Trouble Busters initiate! And that was the catalyst. Hello, yes?
Hey, Thomas, what does this mean? Why the hell was everything decided without listening to our request?
Because you didn't come to court, see?
Normally, a trial can only be established if both the prosecuting party and the accused party are present, right? It's not fair that the verdict was finalized without the other party being there. Stupid patronage.
You got a notice from the court, right?
It did. What of that, eh?
You should never, ever ignore a summons that came from a court of law, Ashley.
It's up to us, isn't it?
And according to the administration of justice, that's not allowed. Oh, I'll let a professional take over. Nice to meet you. Sherman Mulligan of the Spider Law Firm at your service, Miss Atkinson.
I don't need a lawyer. Get Thomas back on the damn phone.
Silencio, por favor. Listen carefully, you shameful loser. A complaint is a document that Mr. Smith, the individual who filed the lawsuit in this case, makes his arguments and submits to a court of law. When the court receives it, it will send assorted documents and proceedings by registered mail to the accused, in this case, Miss Atkinson, you, and Mr. Trevor Perkins. If these documents are ignored, the trial shall proceed as if the individual who initiated the lawsuit, Mr. Smith in this case, had won. In other words, everything that my client argued was accepted and a proper sentence was ordered.
No way.
Didn't you say something before? There's no way I'd tell you to go to court if I didn't have any chance of winning, right? Fights happen when people are on the same level? Was your surefire way to win to not go to court?
Yes, it was. A court case without an opponent is no court case anymore.
No. What are you talking about? Imagine you couldn't attend the Bring Your Parents to School Day, and you complained, saying, "Why did you start a class visit without me? Something like this without a parent is no Bring Your Parents to School Day." It's literally the same thing. What are you talking about would be your first thought, wouldn't it?
In any case, I can't accept such a request. There's nothing good for me that comes out of this.
There's no way the person who committed adultery would get anything good. You have two choices, to lose or to lose lots. Unfortunately for you, this time you ended up losing lots, let me tell you.
But I was busy and couldn't go.
And I was busier over here. You said, and I quote, "Court? The hell, Thomas, that's so much trouble. Do whatever you want," as though it didn't concern you at all. But a lawsuit is more cumbersome for the one making it. Everything would have been resolved much quicker if you'd frickin' cooperated.
How should I know that?
How should I know? You wouldn't know about that.
There's definitely something wrong with the justice system in this damn country. Simply going to get all your demands accepted despite the accused not attending. In that world, anything is frickin' possible, isn't it? Well, I don't think $80,000 for alimony is an outrageous demand, and yet it was accepted.
Any outrageous demands are not going to go through, though.
Then it's even more meaningful now to go to court and make an argument against this. Objection, I say.
Not fighting us means you're invincible, but at the same time, not fighting means you're winning by default. This time, we were blessed with the latter. That's all there is to it.
I'm not happy with this. I'm going to protest this.
Even if you wanted to file another lawsuit, it would not be approved.
And why not? The trial was carried out without my knowing about it, and I was given a hairy, hefty sentence. Everything was carried out without my knowing it, you see?
And you've been told in advance so that it would not come to this. It is your fault for not coming. The end. That's literally it.
But I didn't know when the lawsuit would be held.
Yeah, keep talking. You got the damn summons, Ashley. Oh, is your heart about to stop? Go on, don't be shy.
No, wait a minute. I might not have received the court notice.
Yeah, enough with the lies. You said you received it earlier.
I mistook it for the water bill.
There is no way! There is no way! There are people in the world who confuse court notices with water bills? We're actually doomed as a species!
Yes, that's what you see here.
Please, enough with the tall tales, Miss Atkinson. It was registered mail, miss. Do you even know what that means? We can find out if you received the notice or not just by going to the post office. It's a document that affects a person's life, capiche? You have no defense against it. If you say you don't remember receiving it, why don't you check with the post office?
Maybe the postal worker lied or something.
If so, fight them then in court.
Are you trying to be sarcastic?
So what? You were so freaking arrogant alongside your sweetheart that you stood idly by as the process freaking destroyed me. I'll be honest with you. The power and consideration of the court's decision is out of anyone's league, as it's decided between the two parties involved. After all, it's officially recorded.
Enough freaking bullshit. The kind of trial is illegal. Listen to what people are saying.
If you don't pay, your and your precious Trevor's salary will be seized. So the best you can do is do your best at making enough damn money.
If the trial was that hard, why didn't you tell me? Why did you do something like a sneak attack?
Sneak attack? What the hell? You went down the path towards hell all of your own accord, miss.
I didn't know anything about this, so I want you to make this moot. I can't deal with things that I didn't even know if I was taught beforehand.
Yeah, and adultery isn't something you're taught, and you seem to be pretty proficient. The law makes it so that you can't get away with saying you didn't know about anything. You're so unaware of the consequences of adultery that you end up like that. How much did you think you'd be charged?
About $1,000, give or take. That's all I can afford.
No, there's no way any alimony would cost that measly amount.
No, that's enough, isn't it? Go to a nice hot spring, eat something delicious, and forget about the bad stuff. That's about a reasonable price to do that.
That reasoning is beyond reason, Miss Atkinson. Why do you get to decide whether I get alimony at all, as well as the amount, and even specify my actions thereafter?
Get back on your feet without relying on money.
That's not what alimony's for, dumbass! Alimony has a much bigger role in calming someone's anger over what happened than healing wounds, you know.
What? Huh? I don't friggin' get it.
I was cheated on, and the wounds that are inflicted will never heal. They will haunt me like a curse for the rest of my life. The amount is unknown, but it's a kind of dark tax that will definitely demand much from me. I might be satisfied if I could destroy you guys with a metal rod, but this country doesn't allow that kind of physical retaliation, and if that's the case, all I have to quell the rage is money.
Then go and have fun at a...
This isn't some college time one-night stand, Ashley. Nothing like the rage I'd feel for scoring a 30 on a test.
I'm sorry, see, this is good enough, right?
Hell no, it's not enough. It would be better if you didn't apologize at all at this point.
Please, Thomas, restart the lawsuit.
Do you really think I'll say I understand and do what you ask after seeing your goddamn excuse of an apology? How far do you freaking want to manipulate people, huh?
I get it now. Then I'll go to you and apologize in person.
Don't even think about it. It would only be a nuisance if you... I forgot to mention one thing.
What? There's more?
Of course, the sentence includes a restraining order.
A restraining order?
If you come within a certain distance from Mr. Smith, you will be charged with breaking the restraining order and will be charged $20,000 each time.
What? Why? We're ex-husband and wife.
Irrelevant. You're an enemy whom I can't hate enough now.
Oh, really? You say that much too, eh?
Oh, trust me, I could say so much more.
Don't go freaking demanding money just because you want it.
My goal is to make you two goddamn scumbags suffer by making you saddled with a debt of 80 fricking grand.
Useless bastard. That's exactly why you get cheated on.
The fact that you're justifying it shows you have absolutely no remorse at all. Seriously. I'm really grateful that you went and skipped the whole damn lawsuit. Under normal circumstances, the alimony would have stopped at $20,000. But thanks to your arrogance, I was able to get it raised quadruple fold to $80,000 each.
You're completely wrong if you think everything will go your way.
What do you mean?
The sentence was only passed because I was absent from court, right? So if we'd gotten serious about this, there's no telling how the outcome would have turned out, right?
You little... The verdict is already decided. There's no need to answer that question.
Oh, is that so? I knew it hurt when I touched upon that. All right then, I'm getting more and more invested in this friggin' bullshit. I think that if I fought seriously this time, I would have won. Or at least end up with some kind of better compromise.
Well then, that's what you should do.
I don't need you to tell me over my damn dead body. I go on paying 80 frickin' grand to you two bastards. I'm going to start a counterattack, so you better prepare for what's to come. No, that's impossible, madam. Once a verdict is finalized in a civil court case, a procedure called a final hearing is required to overturn it. And a petition for a final hearing must be filed with the court. But... The hell? So there is a way to overturn this. We'll go ahead and do it. And I'm saying it's a very difficult game, ma'am. A verdict has already been finalized, can only be overturned in court after confession has been made under duress or very limited circumstances. Such as blackmail, Article 338 of the Civil Procedures Act stipulates the circumstances in which the retrial can be recognized and enacted. 1. The court was not constituted per the law. 2. A judge who is not legally allowed to be involved in the decision was involved in the decision. 3. An individual responsible for proceeding with the examination lacks the requirements of a court or litigation representative. 4. A judge who has been involved in the decision has committed a crime related to his or her duties officially in the case. 5. When otherwise criminally punishable acts were initiated to force a confession or who has actively prevented valuable information to attack or defend in a case that should affect the decision. 6. A document or other evidence used in the case was forged or altered. 7. A false statement by a witness, official, interpreter, or other such party under oath, including a court representative, was used as evidence in the judgment. 8. A civil or criminal judgment, among other judicial decisions and administrative dispositions on which the judgment was based, was changed by a later judicial decision or administrative disposition. 9. An omission in information was made, one that should affect the judgment. 10. The judgment to which the appeal is filed conflicts with a previously finalized judgment. Does any of the above apply to you? No, they don't. And you've already shown signs of being someone likely to skip court. But they might be also saying I cheated on my ex-husband without any evidence. Isn't that hard to say for certain? How can you say that for sure? Shut up, don't get so heated here. And that's because you talk like that you're going to lose from the start, even though you're a lawyer, don't you? No, you will lose. On the contrary, why do you think you can win? Look, just pay the $100 for the consultation fee and go home. It was a good learning experience, wasn't it? I'll tell you straight out. You have 0 chance of winning this. Reason number 1, there was a lawyer on the other side. A lawyer only takes on a case when they know they have a high chance of winning. If there is insufficient evidence of infidelity, they will ask them to gather more evidence first, after all. God damn it! If a lawyer accepts the case, the evidence is secure. All the more reason you'll lose if they bring the case to court, not to mention the fact the lawyer in question, while looking like someone who's suffered too many punches in his life, also packs a huge punch with his talent, Sherman Mulligan. You have absolutely no chance of winning. I've already lost every fight against him, you know. I can't beat him. I just can't. Impossible. It's obvious if you think about it for a moment, but why do you think you have a chance of winning? Well, it's because of ignorant people like you that my business exists. Thanks, as always.
My ex-wife had no other choice after depleting her options, so she went and took action. What on earth did you come here for, huh? All they could fricking do was show up at my door and bow at my feet.
I'm so sorry. I was completely wrong about everything. Please, living with 80 grand in debt is so goddamn boring. Thomas!
Please, sir, reduce the alimony upon me and Ashley.
Excuse you? I want to see your faces smothered in misfortune, capiche? Of course I don't want a reduction in your damn alimony.
Please, living with 80 grand in debt is so goddamn boring. Thomas!
Do I look like I give a good shit about that? Burn in hell already, both of you.
I'd be happy to negotiate $20,000 under the condition my wife doesn't know.
Oh, so if it's 80, she'd find out, is what you're saying?
Yes, exactly.
Well, it's just as calculated, isn't it?
What?
I'm asking for 80 grand with that in mind, you understand.
If this was leaked, my family would be ruined, sir. What's the point of amplifying the misery onto us any further?
It makes me feel better. Makes me feel relieved.
That kind of temporary remedy?
In the first place, I can't stand the fact that you're living a full life without suffering any damage. I'm getting a divorce, you should get divorced.
No, please don't drag me into this.
Please, Thomas, let's start over.
That way you won't have to pay the 80 grand, you believe, huh?
That's not the case. I still love you, darling. I realized.
Oh, really? If that's the case, you'll go through hardships for me, the one you love, right?
What?
If you love me, at least make yourself suffer until I feel better about this whole damn thing.
No, it's not.
Then what's left, huh? It seems to me like you're trying to get back together with me because you just don't want to pay the alimony.
Shit! God damn it! Take the bait! Take the bait, damn it!
Mark my words, I'll never allow a world so convenient for you, you good-for-nothing, useless sack of shit.
I beg you, please forgive me.
I hate you so deeply and strongly, even more than I hate my ex-wife. Do you expect me to forgive you? More good news for cheating couples who cheat not with logic, but with their spines?
Huh?
Don't tell me there's more.
You broke the restraining order, so you'll get additional demands of $20,000 each.
What?
An extra 20 grand?
No!
It'll definitely be discovered. It'll all be revealed.
That's how deeply sacrilegious your actions were. Go on home now and shoulder 6 digits in debt and spend your pitiful lives regretting what you did.
Help me, Thomas!
Naturally, there's no way I'd forgive them. And both sacks of shit now shoulder a whopping $100,000 of debt to me. Oh, and of course, Trevor's sweetheart was heartily given a divorce from his wife. Given the circumstances, both sets of parents told them, we're cutting ties with you. You'll have to figure out what to do about the alimony yourselves. They were cast out of the family. With no one to rely on, those who are left alone are faced with a never-ending spiral of debt and darkness. They couldn't even afford an apartment to rent, and they now work hard at harsh, physical labor jobs with accommodation, living day to day with debts that they don't know how many years it'll take to pay off. But on the other hand, I'm gonna get $240,000 without ever working. Nah, at this point, it's indulgent income, and with that, I won't have to worry about my life for a while. I'm not sure if I'll find something that suits me or if I'll go looking for another wife, but I want to rethink my life plan. Trouble Busters!
If you're going to park here, Judy, then please pay for the parking space. What I said didn't go down well with her, and she retaliated. Pay to park here? Are you seriously going to ask your own friend to pay for parking here? What's the point of us being friends if you're going to ask me to pay for the space? My name's Heather. I live with my husband Aaron and our daughter Mary. I own a parking lot and we lease parking spaces for our customers. It was at this parking lot of mine there recently had been someone parking without paying for the space. I first realized this when I was walking through the parking lot one day. There's a car here that I've never seen before. There was a car parked in the only open parking space in the lot. I know for sure that no one's leasing that spot, so why is there a car parked here? But that day I was off to my part-time job, so I let it slide this time and carried on with my day. I decided to look for the car I'd seen earlier after work, but it wasn't in the lot anymore. Today there was a car parked in the open space in the parking lot.
I wonder who would have done such a thing.
Dad, why don't we try to find out who it was? We can put lasers in the lot that'll slice up unauthorized parking cars.
You know we don't have the ability to do such a thing.
But wouldn't it be funny if the car got sliced up like a piece of meat?
Mary, your imagination is amazing. You might just be a genius or something.
I sure am.
Don't praise her any further, Heather, or else you'll turn into a mad scientist.
For my summer vacation project, maybe I should build a laser trap contraption.
Please, Mary, just make a piggy bank out of some clay or something.
I don't think lasers will work, but we still have to do something about that car.
How about we put some rubber poles in the open parking space? I feel like that could stop people from parking there for free.
That sounds like a great idea. I'll go buy some.
Ooh, imagine lasers coming out of the rubber poles!
Let's talk about something other than laser traps, Mary.
After our talk, I decided to put up rubber poles in the open parking space. On top of that, I decided to put up a sign that read, "No unauthorized parking." With the poles and the sign up, whoever's thinking of parking here for free better understand that this isn't a free parking space. That's what I thought, but someone knocked down all the rubber poles. I came back to the lot later that day to find the rubber poles looked like they had been run over by a car.
Whoever parked here must have run over the poles with their car. How violent do you have to be to do such a thing?
I can't believe someone would do such a thing. It's as if whoever parked here thought they were in the movie Mad Max or something.
Mom, Dad, I think my laser idea will help solve this problem.
Mary, we really can't afford such a trap.
Whatever shall I do? Setting up security cameras here will cost a lot of money.
Should we try to see if we can catch a person that's doing this in the act?
I don't have my part-time job tomorrow, so I guess I can try.
Mom, don't forget to stay nourished if you're going to wait out here for the person to come back.
The next day, I decided to stay around the parking lot to find the person who had been parking here for free. Just as Mary said, I made sure to keep food and drinks on me just in case. It doesn't seem like they'll be coming here today. The spread is really good. It was just when I had started drinking my milk that a car came crashing into the new rubber poles I'd set up again in the open parking space. How dare they? That person's driving over the poles like they're not even there. I ran straight to the car. Excuse me, but I own this parking lot and you can't park here without paying for the space. What are you on about? It's an open space, so why can't I just park here? Oh, wait, is that you, Judy? The woman that had gotten out of the car was Judy, a woman that lived in my neighborhood. Her daughter Katie and Mary go to the same elementary school. You see, that space is up for lease, so you can't park here. I'm just going to be parking here for a short time. Who cares? After all, it's an open space, right? If you want to park here, though, I'll need you to officially lease the space. Then you can park here as much as you want. Are you seriously asking for me to pay you? We're friends. Can't you just let me park here for a while? Seriously? How can she think that she gets some kind of special treatment because we know each other? We're not even that close or anything. Were you thinking of rude things to say to me right now? Anyway, I'm off to my dance lesson right now. No, please wait. Stop chasing me while holding that carton of milk. I need to get to my flamenco lesson. With that, Judy went off to her dance lesson without a care in the world. It turns out that Judy was the person who had been parking in the open space since last week. She was parked there for her dance lessons. There are other parking spaces that you have to pay for near here, but I can't believe she chose to try and park here for free. I knew that I needed to let her know that it really wasn't okay for her to park in my lot without paying, so I waited by her car for her to get back from her dance lesson. If you're going to park here, Judy, then please pay for the parking space. What I said didn't go down well with her and she retaliated. Pay to park here? Are you seriously going to ask your own friend to pay for parking here? What's the point of us being friends if you're going to ask me to pay for this space? It costs me money to keep this lot as well, so it's only fair to have customers who want to use this space to park to pay. If you can't agree to my terms, then please park your car elsewhere. But if I park anywhere but here, I'll have to pay for it. Well, obviously.
Please, if you let me park here, then I can save money.
It wouldn't be fair to the other customers if I treat you differently. Judy wouldn't agree with me, and it was as though the longer we talked, the more frustrated she got. Stop being so stingy. Are you poor or something? I'm not the stingy one. You are. If you park your car here unauthorized, then I'll have no choice but to take matters into my own hands. Sure, whatever. You're so annoying. I'm leaving. She drove over and crushed the rubber pools again. With that, Judy drove away. It was from this day on that strange things started to happen to my family.
I'm home.
What happened, Mary?
Katie said to me that we couldn't be friends anymore.
Why? What happened?
Katie said that you're too stingy and we're poor, and that I shouldn't go near her or else she'll become stingy and poor too.
Stingy and poor? Did Judy tell Katie to tell Mary that they can't be friends anymore because of what happened between the two of us in my parking lot?
Mom, are we the stingiest people in the world? Maybe we're not from this planet. Maybe we're actually stingy aliens.
There's no way that's true. We're human for sure. Don't worry too much about what Katie said. Do you want something to eat?
Yeah.
It seemed as though Mary was quite shocked about what Katie had said to her. Even after that day, sometimes she came running back home from school crying. Mary said that not only Katie, but also Judy started saying mean things and bullying her as well.
Oh, it's Katie's mom. Hello.
This kid's Heather's, but she's really weird. She always smirks weirdly, and apparently she does strange experiments at home. I feel like she might grow up to be a total outcast, then who knows what she might do.
What?
Mary told me that Judy said those nasty things about her in a loud enough voice for Mary to hear. Judy even went as far as going around the neighborhood to tell anyone who would listen about how weird our family was. On top of that, she still continued to park in the open parking space in my lot without paying.
Mom, I can't handle being bullied by Katie and her mom anymore.
I'm really sorry that you're going through this, Mary. I'm going to figure everything out.
Maybe I should get working on my revenge trap for them.
Mary, please give up on making elaborate traps.
But I feel as though I really need to do something to stop Judy. Honey, can you help me come up with a plan?
How about we call the police then?
I already tried, but the police said it was a civil dispute, so they couldn't do anything about it.
No way. If Judy keeps this up, she'll damage all the rubber posts you ever put up in that open space.
Wait, I just thought of a great plan. Thinking about all the damaged rubber pools gave me an idea. There's no way Judy's getting away with parking in my lot for free. Troublebusters. The next day, I put up pools in the open space like I always do. Then came Judy again, driving her car. She's always running over the rubber pools with so much force, and even today, she was headed for them at full speed. But the next second, there was a huge crushing sound, and Judy's car was dented from the poles. What is this? I told you, didn't I? If you park here again, then I'll have no choice but to take matters into my own hands. The poles that I set up today look exactly like the rubber poles I'd been setting up previously, but actually they were steel poles. I painted them the same color as the rubber poles, but obviously these ones are made of steel, so if you drove into them, then your car would get bashed in. Just as I had anticipated, Judy's car had been dented because she drove straight into the steel poles. I can't believe you'd do such a thing! Look at my car now! I already put up a sign and put rubber poles here, but you still didn't listen. I even told you directly not to park here anymore, but you still continued to park here without paying for the spot many times. But we're friends. Why is it such a big deal for you if I park here sometimes for free? Stop saying that. You couldn't keep this between us. You even went and bullied my daughter over this as well. We're not friends anymore. We're not even acquaintances. I'm going to call the police on you for having damaged my car.
I've already called the police.
Honey,
This is a civil dispute, but you're guilty of having broken the law and you're at the scene now. So I'm sure they'll be able to do something about it now.
because Aaron had called the police earlier, they came straight away. And because Judy was at the scene of the dispute, they were able to charge her. Because she repeatedly parked in my lot without authorization, she was taken to the police station. She was let go soon enough, but then straight after, she came after me. Because of what you've done, I don't have a car anymore. Well, that's not my fault. It's all your fault. It's because you put those stupid steel poles up. The insurance company said it is my fault for having driven into them, so I wasn't able to get money back from the accident. It sounds to me like you got what was coming. That car's actually my husband's. What are you going to do about it? It's simple. If you hadn't parked here without my authorization, then you wouldn't have damaged your car like that. This is unbelievable. I'm going to make you pay for the damages you've caused. With that, Judy said that she'd take this to court, and she did. But nothing changes the fact that she's the one that parked her car in a spot that she wasn't meant to be parking in. Therefore, I didn't have to pay for any of the damages that were caused from the incident. On the contrary, it turned out that I'd be able to get money back from Judy for her having broken my rubber poles and having parked in my lot without my permission. I couldn't believe my luck.
I hope with the end of the trial, we can put this all behind us now.
I hope so too. It took so long to figure everything out.
I really hope Judy doesn't try to park in your lot again.
That should be fine. After all, apparently Judy's moving to the countryside.
Oh? Why?
The other women in our neighborhood go to the same dance studio that Judy was going to, and word got around about what she'd done at my parking lot.
Ah, I see. Well, she brought it upon herself.
Also, so many people saw what had happened that day at the lot.
I guess she just had to get away from all the embarrassment.
Yeah, there were bad rumors going around about her, and the other parents at Mary's elementary school didn't think well of her either.
That would be a hard position to stay in.
Oh, and on top of everything, Judy got divorced. It turns out that Judy's husband divorced her because of what had happened at my lot earlier. After all, she did completely damage his car.
Judy, how could you? Not only did you try to park for free in a space that you were supposed to pay for, but you also ruined my car.
But my friend said that it was okay for me to park there.
Stop lying. I heard that you'd parked in that space many times, and the owner of the lot had told you to stop parking there if you weren't going to pay. Why would you keep parking there even though you knew you weren't supposed to?
But don't you think that it was crazy that the owner of the lot put up steel poles? Don't you think that makes her the bad person in all of this?
The poles don't even matter at this point. It's all your fault for having tried to park there knowing you shouldn't in the first place. How am I supposed to respect a person like you now? I can't. We're getting divorced.
Just like that, apparently Judy's husband was furious with what she'd done. He was rather fond of his car, and so he was shocked about what had happened to it. And with that, they got divorced. Judy was able to get custody of Katie. To be honest, I'm happy that Judy will be moving with Katie because Katie was bullying Mary at school. It also turns out that Judy bought her husband a new car with her own money after the incident. She must have been having a hard time paying off the loan for it now. After everything with Judy, a new customer came to me wanting to lease the open space. She seems like an honest person who'll no doubt pay on time for using my parking lot. Mary, now that we've got a little extra money to spend, is there somewhere special you want to go?
I want to go to a museum. I want to see dinosaur bones up close.
That isn't what I imagined you'd want to do, but it sounds interesting.
Then let's go to a museum this weekend. Owning a parking lot means that sometimes I'll have to deal with dishonest and rude people. I've never experienced a situation as bad as the one with Judy, but I hope in the future I won't have to go through something like that ever again. Troublebusters.
You can't conceive children, can you?
That's why I'm trying hard right now.
Mom tells me to go for another young girl these days.
What the hell? Hi, I'm Hunter. It will be 3 years since I got married. I met my husband Amos at a party. He was a type that sometimes did strange things, but they never really caused any problems at all, so I got together with him, and later on married him. However, life as a married couple was a lot more terrible than I'd envisioned. As the years went by, his attitude became ever more sinister. You weren't a high schooler in puberty, honey. And I also had another concern. And that would be the fact that it's difficult for me to conceive a child. I'm currently under treatment for infertility. But Amos isn't very cooperative in the act of conceiving a child. Truth be told, he cooperates against having children. About the hospital appointment today.
Eh? Oh, I got a party with my friends.
What?
I'm only gonna be waiting anyway, and there's no real reason why I should tag along.
That's not true. The doctor has a few things to tell you. She specifically requested you come to my next appointment, you know?
That's fine. Just think of some excuse.
In this manner, he never takes my treatment seriously. In addition to my husband, I have another concern. Hunter, dear, how's your treatment going along? It's going smoothly, would be an overstatement, thanks to your son. Still no improvement? I want to hurry up and meet my grandchildren. Our son Amos is our child, and we need to carry on the bloodline, you see. Just do what you can, honey, okay? Of course. My mother-in-law, Mrs. Edgerton, stops by once a week to pressure me in this manner. These days, I'm beginning to think that the pressure to conceive a child is preventing me from conceiving altogether. And then, one day, the situation shifted into a direction I did not want it to go into.
Hunter, honey, I have to talk to you.
Coming! What is it?
Here you go.
What the? What's this? Amos pushed a divorce notice in front of me.
Will you fill it in, please?
Why though?
You can't conceive children, can you?
That's why I'm trying so hard right now!
Mom tells me to go for another young girl these days.
What the hell?
I thought the same thing at first, but now it makes sense.
It didn't to me, and I persuaded Amos to reconsider what he was doing. However, he doesn't seem to be willing to change his mind. If that wasn't enough, he went on to say something totally out of the blue.
If you really want to stay related to me, how about I marry your sister instead? It wouldn't be a bad thing, right?
With Sophia? What's with the nonsense?
Because if I do, we can still meet, right?
I'm not upset because I don't want to divorce you.
Then what is it?
I'm upset that you blamed the whole infertile thing on me, and me only!
I don't have any problems. You're the one with all the faults!
Faults? You can't expect me to just forgive you now!
I don't care if you forgive me or not. Just fill in the paper, will you?
Seems like Amos is completely adamant on divorcing me. There's no use prolonging this stupid argument. In the end, he wore me down, and I filled in the paper.
Thank you. And now I'm free again.
You've always been free. The hell are you talking about?
Eh? Did you say something?
And also, don't go chasing after my sister, you hear me?
What? Why not? We're divorcing now, and I don't think it's any of your business who I get together with.
That's not what I mean.
Ha! Don't be jealous, honey. You'll only look so miserable. In any case, you and Sophia aren't very close, are you? All the more reason it's alright to date her.
Yeah, maybe. My sister has a very weird personality, and she left home early on in her life. Her behavior was so irrational, Mom and Dad just couldn't care less about where it could have led her. The relationship is stone cold, and we haven't seen each other in a while. However, she did come to my wedding, so she had indeed met Amos. One day, a few months later, Sophia contacted me, and I was waiting for her at the cafe where we arranged to meet. Lo and behold, next to her was my ex-husband, Amos. Hey sis, we're getting married! Huh? Wait a damn minute, wait a goddamn minute! Bro, do you even realize what you're saying? I do, what's up? Bruh, you do know that this guy is my ex-husband. Isn't that a little weird? Not really. He's your ex, right? Oh my friggin' god! I just could not believe that someone this devoid of common sense would be my actual sister. Did you tell Mom and Dad? I did, and they're disowning me. You amaze me with your laughter.
So that's what's up.
Almost looked at me like a champion. The hell are you laughing at, asshole?
Compared to your sister, Sophia, you're so much more beautiful. You look nothing alike.
Aw, you mustn't beat around the bush, honey. Of course I'm more beautiful than Hunter. Oh yeah, sis, I heard you've been getting treatment for infertility. I am. Well, we can't tell if I'm the one to blame, though. Just saying.
Nothing wrong with me.
How are you so sure of that?
Because, you see...
No, you're kidding me.
I'm already pregnant, sis.
That sentence shocked me to my speechless core. I never thought she'd get pregnant so quickly after I tried numerous times and failed.
I told you so. I'm not to blame, honey. You are. 100%.
I'm 5 months pregnant now.
Hang on. 5 months?
Oh, me and my big mouth.
Oh, what's the difference? Just tell her.
Turns out, Sophia and Amos had been together since before I went through with divorcing him. Is that so? So you were cheating on me this whole time? With my real sister, no less?
Yep.
This is bullshit!
Can't be helped, honey, you see. Sophia's more attractive than you.
Oh, almost, dear. Don't be too harsh on my sister. She'll go into cardiac arrest. What a pity.
Well, now we're with a child. And even Mom's saying, why couldn't you have been with Sophia before? And stuff like that. Everyone's celebrating our marriage.
By everyone, you mean Mrs. Edgerton and no one else. Is that all?
Yeah, pretty much.
Good. I'm going home now. Those two were just so toxic. I think they just wanted to rub their happiness in my face. The more I thought about it, the more the anger inside pushed beyond the sadness and anguish. I set my mind on demanding for compensation, so later on, I started the paperwork with the help of a lawyer. Also, I never wanted to see their faces again. So I decided to move. And a year later, one day, during the time I was finally forgetting everything about Amos and Sophia, I went to a supermarket in my neighborhood and found my ex-husband pushing a baby carriage. Unfortunately, he also noticed me and started coming my way.
Long time no see.
Indeed. Goodbye now.
Hang on a second. It's been so long. How about we chat a bit first?
I have no intention of talking to you, sir.
Damn, what a grouch.
Where's Sophia?
We split up.
What? Big surprise. They had divorced after but a single year. Bigger surprise. He got custody over the child and was raising it himself. And the child is...
From when we last saw each other, yep.
So you're raising it?
Well, Mom's so annoying about keeping the bloodline alive, and Sophia took off with the bastard she cheated on me with.
What? She cheated on you?
She did! I really can't believe it.
I mean, you were cheating too, though. Well, I offer my condolences. Well then, good luck to raising the child. I left the shop with that as a parting shot. However, a few days later, to my great shock, Amos visited my family's home. Of course, my parents never let him in, but they contacted me that he was waiting outside for a while. I decided to head over in a rush. How dare he intrude on my parents? What a nuisance! Inexcusable! Initiate trouble busters! Hey, what are you doing here? Get out of here!
Haha, Hunter dear, you changed your contact info, didn't you? That's why I thought if I came to your parents' home, I would see you.
Get lost, parasite! You're bothering the whole neighborhood here! I'm calling the police!
Now, this is the home of my 2 ex-wives, so no need for such a hassle.
You divorced Sophia too, right? Then you have no home here! In any case, her ties to this family are severed. So you really don't have a home here.
I came to talk to you, so please, calm down for once and listen to me.
There's nothing you have to say to me!
Let's start over.
Huh?
Let's get married once again.
I'm at a loss for words, bruh.
You've always wanted a child, right? In any case, it's your sister's child, so it's the closest equivalent, isn't it?
I felt my blood start to boil, but I managed to control it.
Raising a child alone is hard. I knew a mother would be key in this job.
Ask your own mother to do it!
Mom's getting old and isn't able to cooperate much, you see.
Then why did you take custody?
To keep the bloodline alive, silly.
Then be responsible for once and raise it well!
I'm telling you, it would be so much better for all of us if you helped raise it too.
How in the world are you able to say such bullshit? Looks like you don't know, so I'm gonna tell you.
What is it? Are you actually bad with kids? It'll be alright. You'll get used to it.
I'm married.
What? For real?
Plus, I'm pregnant, and I have my own baby growing inside of me.
What? Remarried? And you're pregnant?
That's right! Surprised? I got pregnant soon after I got married again. Seems like I wasn't the one to blame after all.
But I don't have anything wrong with me either.
I wouldn't be so sure.
What are you saying?
Is your child really yours?
Huh?
Sophia is a breeding parasite. She has a criminal record. And I think this instance is also the case.
Just what are you talking about? There's just no way. This child is a crystal of my love and Sophia's.
How about you find out if it's really your child? Upon hearing this, Amos quickly ran a DNA test. And I was right on the money. Results showed that the child was not Amos's.
This can't be real. Why? Oh, why?
Just as I thought. I knew something was suspicious.
You knew?
Nope. But she did do something like this in the past.
Why didn't you tell me?
Since when do I have that duty? All that being said, you also mentioned that jealousy is miserable, right?
I agree.
Bruh, that was your cue to refuse.
Do something about it, please.
Why me?
She's your sister.
Whom I've cut my ties with. Sorry. And it's meaningless if you come asking my parents.
This can't be real. Oh, whatever shall I do?
In the end, Amos hired a private detective to find Sophia and summoned her to court. His savings dwindled as the payments for lawyers and the court case itself piled up. The court case took a long time and he couldn't go to work, and he was fired as a result. Furthermore, after she divorced him, Sophia married the guy she fled with and even had a child with him now. But due to the court case, her current husband seemed strongly intent on divorcing her. It's a bogged-down court case for both of them, and I don't think I'll have anything to do with them ever again. And as for me...
Ah, you did well, dearest.
Thanks, honey. I finally bore the child I'd always wanted. My new husband, Ivan, is a kind guy. And with our child blessing us all, I'm over the moon. Trouble busters.
The customer who came last time was so difficult. I banned that customer from entering this restaurant. They didn't have the manners. What? Were there any problems? He was young and poor. I got mad because he was constantly checking the price while eating. So I kicked him out of the restaurant.
Hello, my name is Hillary. I work at a grocery store in my neighborhood. My husband Aiden works at the same grocery store. I'm in charge of the cash register and the stocks, while Aiden works at the fresh fish corner.
I already packed the fish I finished cutting, so could you please wind them up when you have time?
Sure, thank you. I've been working at this grocery store for a long time, and the teamwork between me and Aiden at work was also great. If we can go to the grocery store or come back together, we always walk together. We're the best couple. Did you finish? Let's go home then.
Yeah, I finished. Good job today. The tuna I cut today was incredibly big. I ran out of energy. Maybe I'm getting old.
Don't say that when you're only in your 30s. You should have more energy at your age.
You're right.
By the way, do you know that Travis sushi place in their neighborhood that opened recently? The entrance is so fancy and I've been wanting to go there.
Sushi place? Oh, I was thinking about that place too. I couldn't go by myself because it seemed a little too expensive. Let's go there together.
Really? I want to go. We can spend our money sometimes, right?
It's decided. Let's go there next weekend, when we both have the day off.
Sounds like a great idea. A luxury sushi place opened in our neighborhood. We're usually frugal, so we don't spend much money. But we decided to go there to experience a little luxury. A lot of change occurred recently, with my neighbors moving out and a new restaurant opening. And I felt that at the grocery store too. This and this. Oh? Why is there no sticker that says 50% off on this? Excuse me. Why is there no sticker for this? Oh, that's because it's not close to the expiration date. Then when will you put a sticker on? I would put the sticker on at around the evening time tomorrow. Okay, then I will reserve all of them. Keep them all, because I will come here tomorrow to buy these. They said and went out of the grocery store. They bought a lot of sashimi that they couldn't even fit in their carts. There's no way that the couple or even two families can eat them all. As a store, we're glad that we don't have to waste food, but I had a bad feeling. Yesterday, there was this customer. Don't you think it's kind of weird?
Well, it's weird, but maybe they're having a home party?
Maybe you're right.
By the way, today's the day we go to the new sushi place. I've been starving myself for this day.
Right, we haven't eaten anything today.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. Let's go now.
Okay. And so we went to the sushi place we've been looking forward to all week. We entered the restaurant full of excitement. Welcome!
Welcome to our place. Is it just the two of you? Yes. Can we sit at the counter? Of course. Please, take them to the counter.
Please take a seat. Thank you very much.
Is it your first time coming to this restaurant?
Yes, we live in this area.
We heard that a new sushi place opened and decided to come today. That's great. We have the most expensive fish. Okay then, let me start ordering.
What about flatfish? It's your favorite.
Chef, what's your recommendation? I would have the chef's recommendation menu that would satisfy me.
What?
Of course.
I don't know if he's just nervous or happy to come to this restaurant, but he's acting weird. I feel kind of embarrassed. The chef doesn't stop talking to us either. But is this how you enjoy luxury restaurants? It was not how I normally enjoy eating out. But still, I was enjoying the food at the restaurant. However, the chef's attitude gradually started to change, and soon their true personality appeared.
The customer who came last time was so difficult. I banned that customer from entering this restaurant. They didn't have the manners. What? Were there any problems? He was young and poor. I got mad because he was constantly checking the price while eating. So I kicked him out of the restaurant.
Is that the reason you kicked him out? This is not a place where poor people can come, don't you think? I truly wish poor people would disappear from this world.
Well, if you think so. There's no human rights to poor people.
Well, I don't think so. I couldn't believe that they said no human rights for poor people and kicked them out of the restaurant. I didn't agree to their opinions. Maybe it's because they own an expensive restaurant, I thought, and started eating the sushi when I felt something weird about the sushi. I looked at Aiden and he seemed to sense the same thing too.
Hillary, I think we are thinking about the same thing.
What?
There's something odd about this sushi. They're not using expensive fish like they do in other luxury sushi restaurants.
I understand what you're saying.
Maybe this fish is what we sell at our grocery store.
Stop! There's no way! This is a luxury sushi restaurant.
But I cut these fish. I think I know what I cut and what I didn't.
I know what he was trying to say, but it was hard to think that they used cheap fish at a luxury sushi place. I observed the chef and the waiter carefully, and they were very familiar faces. Maybe it's them, I thought. And that thought suddenly became a conviction at the next moment. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Oh, it's her. It was the woman who was buying cheap fish at the grocery store. I remembered her face because I talked about them to Aiden before we came to the restaurant. Then is this sushi from the grocery store? Sorry to bother you. I apologize if I'm wrong, but is this sushi from the grocery store? Huh? What are you saying?
Stop saying such foolish things. How do you know that this is cheap fish?
If you're going to humiliate us, then please leave the restaurant. It's obvious that you bought these fish at the grocery store. Just tell me honestly.
Shut up! Stop making fun of us like that!
He's right. How dare you say that just from your imagination?
If you're gonna continue that foolish argument, I will sue you for defamation. Fresh fish are delivered to our place from the local fishers every day.
Why are you guys suddenly so outraged? Isn't it because I pointed out the truth?
This fool. Shut up! Don't say such lies if you don't have any evidence.
I saw you two at the grocery store the other day. Stop saying such lies. It's not a lie. We even talked to each other. You asked me why this package was not 50% off. Oh, now I remember. You're the woman from the grocery store. Then you're the guy from the fresh food section. You two are poor. We're poor?
Stop! Stop! Shut up, you poor couple! How poor are you for making your wife work? You should be ashamed as a man. I'm not working for money. I'm not listening to excuses. You poor people. You don't have the tongue to enjoy this restaurant's food. Money has nothing to do with that. Stop complaining. Get out of this place, now!
You need to calm down, Chef.
Shut up!
What are you doing to us?
Stop what you're doing now! She would have been hurt really bad if I hadn't protected her. What were you thinking? Huh? Are you acting like a hero, protecting your girlfriend? This is why I don't like the poor. Do you understand what you did right now? It could have led to a huge accident. Stop complaining. You're not welcomed in this place. How dare you come to this expensive restaurant when you are poor? You're not worth eating at this luxury sushi place. I told you that the fish you gave us is cheap. How dare you scam us like that? It's this restaurant that is not worth coming. Stop being so cocky when you're poor. I have been saying this many times, but do you have proof that this fish is cheap? If you can't do that, then I'm kicking you out of this restaurant.
You don't have proof, do you? I recorded this whole conversation. We're ready to sue you for defamation. What are you guys gonna do? Sue us? I understood then that it was a waste of time dealing with these idiots. But I couldn't forgive them for changing their attitude the moment they heard that we worked at the grocery store. They even had the audacity to humiliate us like that when they were buying the discounted fish from our store and selling it at a high price. At the end, they even poured hot soup on me. I couldn't let this happen and not say anything. I will never forgive them. Troublebusters. We have our proof too. Only Aiden cuts fish like this. Right, Aiden?
She's right.
We work at a grocery store, so speed is important for us to sell a lot of fish. Our fish is not expensive, so we don't have to care much about the appearance, right?
Yeah, that's why I developed my own way of cutting the fish to make it efficient. It doesn't look really good, but I don't care as long as I get it done quickly. I believe that there's no way a luxury sushi restaurant would cut the fish like me. This is my own way of cutting. I've been cutting the fish like this as long as I can remember. Don't talk like you invented this way of cutting. Are you trying to make excuses in this situation? That's not even proof. It's just that you and I have a similar way of cutting fish. Do you really think that there's numerous ways to cut the fish? Then you cut this yourself. Am I right? That's right. Whew. Then I'm glad. I was worried if you used the fish I cut at the grocery store. What are you talking about? Why do you have to get worried? Well, I made a mistake, and it seems like there were poisonous fish. If the fish were used at this restaurant, then it would have caused a huge problem. Huh? It's a beautiful red fish. What? It looks exactly like this one! Stop joking! Why are you selling poisonous fish? You should take responsibility for your actions! What? I would have to close this restaurant if anything like food poisoning happens. How are you going to take responsibility for that? You would have to pay us consolation money. What are you saying? I'm talking about the fish sold at a grocery store. It should be nothing related to you. Besides, this is tuna, right? There's no way you don't know tuna. You should know if you cut it yourself. That's because... Well, if the expiration date for the fish sold at the grocery store is this afternoon, it's 9 o'clock at night already, the fish should be expired already. If you make the customers eat the expired fish, there will be a higher chance of food poisoning. Then, what I said will not be a lie. This kid...
Why are you not talking back? Who do you think you are? This is why I don't like poor people.
What?
People come to luxury restaurants to experience the atmosphere. Stop talking like you know everything if you don't even know about that. You might be right. But are you allowed to lie to make the luxurious atmosphere? Huh? You said a few minutes ago that our conversation is recorded. You're talking about the security cameras, right? Yeah, it's the security camera, but what does that have to do with anything? What do you think would happen if everyone found out that this restaurant sells expired fish from the grocery store? Huh? You said in the beginning that the fish you serve here are expensive ones that you buy directly from the market. Do you understand that you could be arrested for fraud? That's not exactly what I said. And how dare you call us poor? We work at our own grocery store like you guys work at your own restaurant too. Your own? Aiden is the owner of the grocery store. There's no way. That grocery store of the third biggest company in this country. An owner of such a huge company wouldn't be living this poorly. You're right. The company has numerous stores in this country and has over $10 million profit. But Bill Gates, who has hundreds more dollars, is riding a Japan-made car from over 20 years ago. Being rich doesn't always equal living an extravagant life. Even an elementary school student wouldn't think like you do. You must be lying. There's no way the CEO of the company is actually working at a grocery store. That job is for down-class people.
I work at a grocery store because I like this job. What's wrong with doing what I like as a job? You should never judge people by what they do. We're sorry. I thought that people who live in this poor area wouldn't understand the taste of expensive sushi. You're so dumb for having such an idea. I'm really sorry. Please, forgive me.
Do you think this is a problem you can solve by just apologizing? We don't need the police if you can get away by just saying sorry. The police? Stop joking. We'll burn your house down if you call the police. You have committed assault, fraud, and even threatened us. Guess how many charges you're going to have? Besides, this restaurant should close down soon.
You guys should know where you stand. How dare you guys make fun of us when we're apologizing? Huh? Do you really think Hillary is just a woman working part-time? Do you want me to destroy you? What? I'm a CEO and can only cut fish. But Hillary's a trader too.
I invent to the nearest fish market. Maybe I'll ban you from entering the market.
What?
If this incident ever gets attention from the public, you'll have no choice but to buy your fish at the market. But if you're banned from the market, you won't be able to do that too. Give us mercy! If that becomes real, then this sushi place will be done for. This is becoming interesting. We're truly sorry. We apologize deeply from our hearts.
Please, give us mercy! We would be in so much debt if we closed this restaurant.
Okay, well, I won't ban you from the market.
Are you sure? You don't have to be that nice to them.
Well, I bet the sushi place will close even sooner if we didn't do anything.
What?
Why do you keep saying what? Have you even used your brain to think even once in your life?
How dare you!
Do you really think that people will come to this restaurant? The fish tastes cheap, even though the price is super expensive.
Seems like you know nothing about management, so I will teach you one thing. There's a saying, many a little makes a mickle. It means that even if the dust is little, it becomes big when it piles up. But that dust falls apart with just one blow. I bet you don't have any brain, but think about it. Bye! Wait! I will pay you anything, so please, don't say this to anyone!
Please, this is our last wish.
Please, wait!
We paid the bill and left the restaurant, leaving the two shouting at us. Then we went to talk to the police. The police visited them the same day, and from their security camera, they were charged for fraud and threatening. Also, they got a warning from the health center about the fish they were serving at the store, and they eventually had to close the restaurant. Grilled fish is the best. Is this the fish your parents sent us?
Yeah, my dad's a fisherman, so he sends us fresh fish.
Yay for Aiden.
What's that?
I still don't understand that luxury restaurants are there to enjoy the atmosphere. It's true that I'll pay a lot of money to experience the luxurious atmosphere, but the food is important too.
You should use good food and serve delicious dishes. Also, good service all combined creates a fabulous atmosphere. That sushi place didn't seem luxurious at all.
We can never let restaurants like that exist in this world.
But the most important thing is who we eat with, right? I like it best when I'm eating with you, Hillary.
It's so nice of you to say that, Aiden, but don't say that. Remember, we've already been married for 10 years.
You're so mean.
I feel like Aiden is pointing out the truth. How delicious the meal is depends on the person you eat it with. Well, I like it best when I'm eating with Aiden. Eating with the person who you love the most at a good and safe restaurant is the best. Trouble Busters.
My name is Aiden. I graduated from a cooking college a few years ago, and now I'm in my 3rd year of training under a certain sushi chef to become one myself. I'm still a complete rookie, and thus the work I do pretty much every day were chores like cleaning the restaurant, washing the dishes, and deliveries. Just today, I delivered a nice big order. Hello! I've returned from the delivery!
Hey, nice job, son. You sure seem lively today as always.
But of course, Master! I'm learning every single day from you to become one of the best in the business, after all. My master is someone I deeply admire and respect, and one day, I hope to become someone like him. There's a certain reason for this, and to fully understand, we have to time travel back to 10 years ago. Yeah, baby! Yay! Sushi! Hang on, why isn't the sushi going around?
Aiden, buddy! Real sushi doesn't go around on a conveyor belt, you know.
The sushi that goes around and around is definitely better than a place like this!
Aiden! I'm so sorry, Master. It seems my son here is a bit too young to enjoy your pieces of art.
I was born ready! Alright then now, give me an egg!
Here you go.
Master was pretty quiet all the while, but almost immediately after I placed my order of egg, he placed 2 of the wooden plates in front of me. And then, the sushi had barely even entered my mouth when I actually shouted, "Oh, oh, oh, oh! What in the world is this? This is a food for the gods!"
Buddy, settle down on the reaction. God damn.
I can't help it! This egg, so many flavors just rush around everywhere in my mouth!
Egg sushi is Master's specialty, buddy.
This sushi's gonna make me disgusted to eat that other stuff going around on conveyor belts at other restaurants, I swear!
Looks like you grew up a little today, boy.
Hey, old man, can you teach me how to make egg like that? Pretty please?
Sorry, buddy. I can't do that.
Huh?
Anyone who can't hold chopsticks properly will never be able to make my eggs, even if I did teach them.
You just disrespected me! And even Dad doesn't do that to me at all. I can't too! If I try hard enough! Aiden, final form! Seemed like Master Ozawa never, ever skipped on his strictness, even at children. I just became pretty depressed after that experience.
Looks like it's Mommy's fault that you hold chopsticks in a weird way.
You had also a big influence on me, bucko! Hey, Dad, I want to become someone worthy of making that recipe of eggs. I want to become Master Ozawa's student!
Hang on now, buddy. Honestly, this child never ceases to amaze me with all his ideas. Forgive me, Master. You're still in kindergarten, boy. But if you really want to become my disciple and learn the ways of sushi, first thing you can do is listen to what your father tells you. And there you have it, Aiden. You gotta listen to what I say. And maybe Master Ozawa here will think about taking you on as his student.
Years went by after that experience, and as I promised myself, I became the official disciple of Master Ozawa. And I currently work full-time at his private restaurant. In retrospect, he really was a stoic type of guy who didn't treat children as children.
Today's completely booked with reservations, boy. I'm counting on you to greet everyone with that big grin of yours, yeah?
You leave it to me, Master! For me, being able to learn the ways of the Master Sushi Chef at the hands of Master Ozawa is the equivalent of being able to be in the same team as Messi or Ronaldo in soccer, and having the privilege of playing alongside them, But unfortunately, something would occur that would plunge my spirit from over the moon straight down to the precipice of eternal despair. Welcome, sir!
Get out of my frickin' way, you good-for-nothing ankle-biter!
A rough guy entered the restaurant. One look at him immediately confirmed he was a dangerous type, and the day ahead suddenly looked really grim. And hang on, sir.
Ooh, quite a nice place you got here. Be making the big bucks for sure.
Excuse me, but are you a customer here, sir?
I have business with this old gas bag, goddammit! You just shut up and get back to your dishes, laddie, alright?
As this dickhead said so, he started to approach Master Ozawa.
Listen here, old dinosaur. I'm the gangster in charge of this whole shithole neighborhood now. Frickin' give me your bucks as thank you for my protection, goddammit!
Who the frickin' what now? A gangster? Here?
Ayo! How about you say something out of that stupid mouth of yours, eh? I suggest you get out, good sir. I'm gonna make you regret you were ever born, you goddamn bastard! This is what you get! A knuckle sandwich from my trusty fist of iron!
The dickhead closed the distance between him and Master Ozawa even more and raised his clenched fist high into the air. He was literally right about to strike him. This is absolutely insane! I gotta call the police or else things will only get nastier. Right at that instant, a man dressed in a tuxedo and looking like he was a respected lawyer entered the restaurant.
Stop right where you are, you goddamn dickhead! You're not gonna strike a defenseless person under my watch, not to mention your loud, pig-sounding voice. I'd bet $1,000 you'd be arrested within the next 30 minutes.
Oh, hell yes, a savior! I'm sorry I ever doubted miracles were possible. To whomever living up in the sky watching over us, thank you so very much! For real though, this chain of events is literally like a movie. I mustered enough courage to manage a croak, but then something the dickhead said made me think I had an ear infection.
Oh, I'm sorry, boss. I just got out of control.
This savior is actually this dickhead's boss! Strange shit be going down tonight, and I don't know if I can sleep well tonight.
Sorry to disappoint you, boy.
You thought I was some kind of lawyer or something, eh?
As you can see, the Elden Ring boss has made a grand appearance, looks like.
Ah, god damn it. Why'd you have to expose me like that? Now I look like a disappointed damsel in distress.
This old fossil's so frickin' full of himself. Boss, you give him what he deserves.
Now then, old master. How about we settle this nice and quickly, eh? And I gotta warn you, this sissy's temper is nothing compared to mine.
You don't seem to properly understand English, so I'm gonna dumb it down to something more your level, alright? Get the hell out of my restaurant! Eh? Damn, even English for toddlers won't work on you, will it? We used to have children who could do calculus by the time they were 15 back in my day.
You old shrimp! You're only a single word away from saying hello to some fine nurses in the hospital nearby. Pay us the money now! I'll kill you! I mean it. How could this guy be even more of a short fuse than this other prick standing next to him?
And there's the all-powerful boss man himself we all love and fear. The combo of the smart-ass costume and vocabulary with the sheer terror of your tone and expression really makes a man like yours truly want to run away screaming.
Listen, old baboon. We have the power to instantly leave you and your precious restaurant bankrupt. You follow? And what the frick's up with the fish anyway? They're just sitting there like a bunch of dead fish.
Boss, the fish are already dead. And your joke's deader than the dead fish, for real.
As the second dickhead said so, he aggressively climbed over the counter, picked up a fish, and slammed it onto the ground. Are you kidding me? Oh, what a waste. Oh, what a waste. I must demand that you gentlemen leave, or else I'll call the police. I'm not kidding. The frick? Right then. How about we get this restaurant smashed down the rubble then, eh? They left with that as a parting shot. For real though, this experience really did feel like I was in a gangster movie. Master, let's inform the police now.
We will not be doing that.
But why? Those dimwits are gonna come back for revenge, I'm sure of it. We can't just stand by and do nothing.
I deeply apologize for this disturbance, ladies and gentlemen. Please accept this as a form of compensation.
As he said so, Master Ozawa presented each customer a free plate of raw tuna of the highest quality. This is exactly what I mean when I say that he's the best sushi master around. Freaking impressive! However, I just couldn't forget about the 2 jellyfishes who just barged in and conjured up a storm. A few days had gone by since they last appeared, and every day seemed peaceful and tranquil. I was just out in my usual rounds for deliveries, and that's when I would come across the most horrifying of incidents. Good afternoon! Delivery service for Ozawa Sushi with an order for 6. It's been, what, 18 months since we last had an order this big? God damn.
Oh, hello there.
Wait, what? Who is this lady? Oh, jeez, her clothes are in rags. Have I the wrong address? This is an order for 6 people. The person who answered the door was a girl that looked 13, 14? She was young, that was for sure. She was in such a pitiful state that I had a feeling I made a wrong turn somewhere.
No, we ordered for 6.
Oh, wow, how awkward could you possibly get? I've never experienced something as strange as this in my whole 2 years of deliveries. Well then, I must proceed to the payments. The total is 86 exactly, madam.
Here you go.
$9.11? This is only $9. Right as I was about to say something regarding the money, she quickly gave me the required amount that she carried in her other hand and silent. Wait, you got the money. Thank you for choosing Ozawa Sushi to satisfy you today. It was such a strange transaction, and the last thing I saw was her clutching the order of sushi and rushing back into the house, as though she was scared of me or something. Wonder what happened. She playing some kind of joke on me or something? Her face sure did seem like it was in the verge of tears. I have no idea what's going on. Ah, shit. What a goddamn day. 4 days had gone by since that really strange incident, because that same house kept ordering for 6 every single day. For 5 days straight. And as you could probably guess, the same young girl would greet me with that chilling feeling of awkwardness and pay in liquid cash, first with $9.11, and then the rest of the money. And right as I speak, I'm right in the middle of delivering to that very house. This is so weird. Why in the world is this happening? What exactly does that girl want me to do? God damn it, if only I wasn't so low on IQ, I would find any potential message. That depressed face makes me wonder. With so many thoughts going around in my head, I arrived at the house before I knew it. Good afternoon. Order for 6 as usual, and that'll be $86 as usual, madam. Here it comes. Commence operation, $9.11.
Here you go.
As I predicted, it was the same thing. A little glimpse of $9.11. Jackpot! 5 days in a row! But this ain't making me feel lucky. But the girl today looked even more miserable than usual. Compared to the first day, she'd gotten even thinner. And truth be told, she looked like a patient with a terminal illness. Under normal circumstances, I would say something stupid like, "Madam, this bill is $86, not $9.11. I must ask you to pay the bill in full." But whenever I would finish saying the number 9 out loud, she'd cut the 11 by giving me the rest of the money. Alright then, let's see what happens when I change the approach here. This time, I just stood there staring at the $9.11, and then the girl did something even more shocking. Wait, hang on! Is that a telephone? $9.11. 9/11. Oh, wait a damn minute! Is that what she was trying to tell me? Are you serious? Holy cow, are we in some dangerous shit? Thank you for choosing Ozawa Sushi to satisfy you today. I feigned a neutral expression and walked away from the house. And then I recollected what exactly happened over the last 5 days. That girl must be imprisoned in that house. Someone despicable must be watching her every move. Oh, I see now. That's why whenever I try to say $9.11, she would immediately act so that no one else would hear what was going on here. I'm so stupid. Why, oh why did I not piece the puzzle together the first time I saw 9/11 given to me? I took this to DEFCON 1 and went into panic mode. This is a downright crime! I had to do something! I had to call the police right now! But first, I should inform Master Ozawa that I'll be a little late to return for my deliveries. Hello, Master. I hope I'm not a bother now.
Not at all. What is it, Aiden?
Something bad's up, and I gotta do something. which means I'll be coming back a bit late today. Maybe I was in more of a panic than I hoped to reveal, but one good thing is that I didn't forget to call Master Ozawa about what was going on. But perhaps my mind was in such a frenzy it couldn't properly control my muscles, as I unfortunately hung up immediately after saying that without ever waiting for a response from my master. And then I promptly contacted the police. Yes, indeed, through 911. You've reached 911. What is your emergency? Oh, I'm completely certain someone's being wrongly imprisoned in a house, and I know they're seeking help. Understood. Please state the address and we'll send the unit at once. After I gave them that information, I retreated back to the house where the helpless girl was being held hostage. I meant to find any clues to prove my theory, and as I pressed my ear against the front door, I could hear faint voices talking inside.
Hey, what's with that goddamn face of yours? You'll be freaking respectable when someone's eating sushi in front of you, you whore!
I'm sorry, but I haven't eaten anything in a week. You can't blame me for drooling and lusting while I see some delicious-looking food before me.
Oh, hell's bells. I guess one won't hurt. You want this tuna?
Oh, yes. Please.
Open wide. Psych! I ain't giving you this piece of heaven.
But why? Why can't you give me one bite of sushi, you mean man?
Keep talking, girlie. Doesn't matter how much you do, no one's ever coming for you. You're our hostage after all, and all you do right now is sit tight and keep quiet. Ain't that right, boss?
Exactly so, my loyal bozo. Until your frickin' parents pay the ransom, you're just gonna have to survive on nothing but water.
You think you're gonna get away with this? Kidnapping an innocent girl and locking her up inside this hellhole?
That big mouth of yours is still awake and alive enough to talk real dirty to us now, huh?
No matter what you do, my parents will never pay ransom money to monsters like you!
God damn, the only thing this bitch can do to be feisty enough to put up a quarrel for frick's sake.
According to the conversation, the girl seemed to be okay. But right as I was going to wait here until the police arrived, the situation suddenly changed. For the worse. Hey, Miss Moneybags, you keep your words to yourself. It ain't set in stone that we won't ever do anything to you, you know.
What now? Even if you put on that scary, intimidating expression on your face, it won't make me scared in the slightest.
And you just shut the hell up. For frick's sake, where the hell are you good-for-nothing cowardly parents gotta pay us the ransom? We've been working for days on end now, and unless you tell us what's taking so long, you'll regret talking back to us.
Boss is a pretty punctual bastard, you see. You're in quite the pickle now, aren't you, little lady?
No, please.
Alright then, how about this?
Oh, what is it?
We're gonna carve our initials into your pretty little neck of yours, and then send a photo of that to your beloved parents.
Please, don't. If you do that, I'll never be able to marry anyone. That'll ruin my parents for good for sure.
That's exactly the point, milady. A single scar for the rest of your life is much more serious and humiliating than any form of physical torture, you see. Every time you look at yourself in the mirror, you're gonna see those lovely initials of ours, and then you're gonna remember today for the rest of your life. Now, doesn't that make your spine chill? Doesn't it make your hopeful heart drain itself of its sappy bullshit? Even stubborn frickin' parents like yours would do anything to keep their beloved daughter from looking like a tattoo experimentation doll.
Oh, please, somebody help me!
Hey yo, calm the frick down, huh? You there, bozo. Restrain her legs, now!
Yes, sir!
Oh, hell nah! This is bad! All feelings of fear and worry melted away as I decided to storm in through the doors and help the damsel in distress. Just you wait, miss. Troublebusters, initiate! That's enough!
Hey, the frick are you?
You little goddamn shit, where the frick did you come from? The door was open, you dicks! But hold on, you two seem familiar.
Yo, you! You're the little twerp from the sushi restaurant!
Oh, and you're those dicks from the other day! Explain to me why you're freaking here, you stupid chicken!
Please, help me.
Doesn't matter why I'm here! Just let her go, you cruel bastards!
Oh, what have we here? The knight in shiny armor rushed in to rescue the poor little princess! What a frickin' cliche!
Shut up! Give me a few minutes, and the feds are gonna arrive too! And when they do, it's the end of the road for you two nincompoops!
The feds? You goddamn prick, you ruined everything!
The thug grabbed a baseball bat that was leaning against the wall of the closet near the front door and charged at me, bat raised high into the air. Yep, I'm dead, is what I thought when it happened.
Oh, come now. Has your mother never taught you that the only thing you can hit with a baseball bat is a ball? Who the hell are you?
Master Ozawa, what the hell are you doing here?
Call it a sushi master's intuition. I knew something big was up when you had called me. Strangest phone call I ever had from anyone, and it made me rush to find you.
Master, thank you so much.
Take the girl and bring her outside now. I'll hold these pricks off for as long as I can.
Yes, sir. Like hell that's gonna happen, you fricks.
But boss, these people are completely insane.
You're such a useless hag. Give me that thing of yours. Now then, think you can take my full force swing with a passionate fury? Eat this, old slime bag! The dick in the suit charged at Master Ozawa as he said so, winding up for a powerful swing of the bat. A strike from that would surely kill anyone. This is just too easy, bruh. But Master Ozawa calmly blocked the blow with a single arm, grabbed the collar of his opponent, and casually flipped him over on his back. Judo style, ippon, game and match. God damn it! Ow!
Boss!
Show 'em, Master! Oi, frickers! Never underestimate the power of sushi chefs, eh? While Master Ozawa here is pushing 60, he still spends every day of his life hauling kilograms and kilograms of fish before cutting them. The knives he uses are ridiculously heavy, too.
You freaking kidding me? If only this old gas bag and this stupid boy hadn't stopped by, our plan would have been foolproof! But more than that, why the frick are you always ordering from this goddamn restaurant, you stupid idiot?
Well, Google reviews convinced me it was quite a good place.
You moron! I told you time and time again never to rely on Google reviews when finding a good restaurant. God damn it! How many stars the place has isn't everything!
Forgive me! As the two thugs were coming to terms with their stupid mistake, multiple sirens were heard coming down the road. And we knew then the police had arrived, and that's how the two rascals were arrested. The girl was put under police protection. Both of them are going to be tired soon, and it's a great certainty they're going to be found guilty of abduction, forced imprisonment, and demanding a ransom. Apparently, they weren't actually legitimate gangsters at all. They were merely civilians who declared themselves hoodlums. Their plan was to steal money from multiple restaurants and other establishments, but none of them took them seriously, and thus they resorted to extremes to get the bucks, kidnapping someone and demanding a ransom from the child's family. They are now being sued by multiple enterprises, ours included, and the total amount of compensation and damages they're gonna face appears to be astronomical. Master Ozawa, I'm really sorry to have acted so hastily on such short notice. Because of me, the restaurant had to close for a time, and that can't be good for business.
Oh, enough about that already. There's absolutely no reason to scold someone who did nothing but good for another person. Closing the store was my decision and mine only.
This particular incident is apparently spreading like wildfire on popular media, and our restaurant could find itself in the midst of a tidal wave of propaganda. Master Ozawa closed the restaurant temporarily because he thought that if the newspaper articles and whatnot made rather comedic articles about what happened, the business's reputation could be shattered.
People's trust can be regained with patience and persistence, but human life cannot, no matter how hard you try. We're reopening today, boy. Back up to the top from square one.
Sir, yes, sir! I'm gonna work even harder than before to get this restaurant back on top! The time to open for business was nearly here, and as I went outside to put some curtains on the doors, before me was an astounding sight. What is this? Master, hurry! Something's going on outside! A lineup of people stretched out for so long you literally couldn't see the end of it. Plus, Morgan and her parents were so kind as to visit our establishment for lunch.
Mr. Aiden, Master Ozawa, I owe you to my life. Thank you so much for helping me. I really can't thank you enough. I knew you would realize what the sign meant eventually. That's why I never stopped doing it.
Well, I mean, it did take me 5 days. I'm really sorry I hadn't pieced everything together sooner. Master, I'm the president of a small company. I'll take the liberty of ordering all of the employees to drop by your fine restaurant here for a nice bite one day.
Be sure to taste my cooking first before you go about doing that.
Aw, come on now. No need to be so forthright with that. In any case, how in the world did we get a lineup of people this long?
Oh, what? You haven't been watching television? Those two thugs were talking all about your place. The taste of the eggs was so goddamn amazing, they said, that they simply had to order every day for 5 days consecutively. Looks like your restaurant's attracting people from across the country now.
You're kidding! I knew your eggs were the best in the world, Master! And now my goal to become a master sushi chef is more prominent than ever. And thanks to Master Ozawa's guidance, I'm confident I can achieve that goal and beyond. Finally, I get to learn his secret eggs recipe. I can't wait! Trouble Busters!